Interdependence is a higher value than independence. This is the main saying written by the author on the earliest pages of the book. What a way to start! Good day, dear judges and worthy contestants. Before we dive in deeper, allow me to introduce myself. I am Kareinadeep from SMK Seri Tualang. For the record, I am an IB ambassador of my school. IB ambassadors are expected to be role models to demonstrate the attributes of learner profile in school. In order to be one, we must acquire qualities, namely being open-minded, risk-taker, communicator, and more. Reading novels and watching documentaries have helped a great deal in me becoming the person I am today. I was also given several opportunities to become a school MC to organize school programs efficiently. My most recent accomplishment was hosting the state-level debate competition in the month of July. Since I was a child, I decided to continue my studies in the fields of medicine and aspire to become a dermatologist. Before we begin, I would like to share with you pretty much about Stephen Covey. He is a well-renowned author that had published books on self-development. Now allow me to share my review on Stephen Covey's best-selling book, which has been sold over 25 million copies, entitled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This sensational book contains 389 pages and was published in the year of 1989. The way we see the problem is the problem. Covey writes, we must allow ourselves to undergo paradigm shifts to change ourselves fundamentally in order to achieve true change. Now, this is where the 7 habits jump in. Let me list out for you 7 habits in the book before going into details. Starting with number 1 is we have being proactive. Number 2, beginning with the end in mind. Number 3 is putting first things first. Number 4 is think win-win. Number 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. Number 6 is synergize, and finally, the last habit, which is the 7th, sharpen the saw. However, there are 3 favorite habits of mine from this book that became a helpful tool in my life. Starting with my first favorite is be proactive. You see, being proactive does not mean grabbing life by the horns. It means focusing only on events that are within your realm of control. Put simply, in order to be effective, one must be proactive. They think the problem is out there, but that thought is the problem. Hence, increase the use of proactive language. Instead of saying, he makes me so mad, say, I control my own feelings. This very mindset is what drove me to be placed as second runner-up in the national level public speaking competition at the age of 15. Next, the second favorite of mine is the third habit in the book, which is put first things first. In order to manage ourselves effectively, we must have the discipline to prioritize our day-to-day actions based on what is most important, not what is most urgent. This particular habit allowed me to always be top in my exams. The key is not to prioritize your schedule, but schedule your priorities. Now, my third favorite habit is the fifth habit in the book, which is seek first to understand, then to be understood. Before we can suggest solutions to another person, we must seek to their perspective through empathic listening. Let's say you go to an optometrist and tell him you have been having trouble seeing clearly, and he takes off his glasses and says, here, try this. They have been working for me for years. You put them on, but they only make the problem worse. What are the chances you probably go back to that optometrist? Unfortunately, we do the same thing in our everyday interactions with others. We prescribe a solution before we diagnose the problem. We don't seek to deeply understand the problem first. These are the end of my ideal habits in the book. These masterpieces right here indeed became an eye-opener to me that there are actually many wonderful habits that are able to enhance our insights towards life. Trust me when I say this, this book is worth every penny. Thus, I am recommending this outstanding book to all teenagers as a tool to step foot into adulthood. If you are interested in this book, it is available in various bookstores and online platforms. Dear viewers, I now have a question for you. Have you ever come across highly effective people? How would you want to be known as? I'll leave that to you. Thank you.